Hello, Mark. My name is Joey. My student number is S04411015, and I'm a freshman. I'm going to deliver the speech titled Teach Every Child About Food by Jamie Oliver. Sadly, in the next 18 minutes, when I do our chat, 4 Americans that are alive will be dead due to the food that they eat. My name is Jamie Oliver. I'm 34 years old. I'm from Essex in England, and for the last 7 years, I work fairly tirelessly to save life in my own way. I'm not a doctor. I'm a chef. I don't have expensive equipment or medicine. I use information education. I profoundly believe that the power of food has a primal place in our homes that bind us to the best bit of life. We have an awful reality right now. America, you are at the top of your game. This is one of the most unhealthy countries in the world. Can I please just see a raise of hands? For how many of you have children in this room today? Put your hands up. You can continue to put your hands up. Auntie and uncle as well. Most of you, okay? We, the adults of the last 4 generations, have blessed our children with the destiny of a shorter lifespan than their own parent. Your child will lead a life 10 years younger than you because of the landscape of food that we build around them. 2/3 of this room today in America are statistically overweight or obese. You are alright, but we will get you eventually. Don't worry. Laughter. The statistics of bad health are clear, very clear. We spend our life being paranoid about death, murder, homicide, you name it. It's on the front page of every paper, CNN. Look at the homicide at the bottom. For God's sake, right? Laughter, applause. Every single one of those in the rate is a diet-related disease. Any doctor, any specialist will tell you that. Fact, diet-related disease is the biggest killer in the United States right now, here today. This is a global problem. It's a catastrophe. It's sweeping the world. England is right behind you, as usual. Laughter. I know they are close, but not that close. We need a revolution. Mexico, Australia, Germany, India, China all have massive problems of obesity and bad health. Think about smoking. It costs way less than obesity now. Obesity costs you Americans 10% of your health care bills. $150 billion a year. In 10 years, it's set to double. $300 billion a year. Let's be honest, guys, you haven't got the cash. Laughter. I came here to start a food revolution that I so profoundly believe in. We need it. The time is now. We are in a tipping point moment. I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been trying in America for 7 years. Now is the time when it's ripe for the picking. I went to the eye of the storm. I went to West Virginia, and the most unhealthy state in America. Or it was last year. We got a new one this year, but we will work on the next season. Huntington, West Virginia, beautiful town. I wanted to put heart and soul in people. Your poverty. Around the statistics, that we become so used to. I want to introduce you to some of the people that I care about, your public, your children. I want to show a picture of my friend Brittany. She is 16 years old. She's got 6 years to live because of the food that she's eaten. She's the third generation of American that hasn't grown up within a food environment, well being taught to cook at home or in school, or her mom, or her mom's mom. She has 6 years to live. She is eating her liver to death. Stacy, the Edwards family. This is a normal family, guys. Stacy does her best. But she's third generation as well. She was never taught to cook at home or at school. The family is obese. Justin Hill, 12 years old. He is 350 pounds. He gets bullied, for God's sake. The daughter there, Katie. She's 4 years old. She's obese before she even gets to primary school. Marisha. She's alright. She's one of your lot. But you know what? Her father, who was obese, died in her arms. And then the second most important man in her life, her uncle, died of obesity. And now her stepdad is obese. You see, the thing is, obesity and diet-related disease doesn't just hurt the people that have it. It's all of their friends, family, brothers, sisters. Pastor Steve, an inspirational man, one of my early allies in Huntington, West Virginia. He's at the sharp knife edge of this problem. He has to bury the people, okay? And he's fed up with it. He fed up with bury his friend, his family, his community. Come winter, 3 times as many people die. He's sick of it. This is preventable disease, waste of life. By the way, this is what they get buried in. We are not geared to do this. Can't even get them out the door. And I'm being serious. Can't even get them there. Forklift. Okay, I see it as a triangle, okay? This is our landscape of food. I need you to understand it. You probably heard all this before. Over the last 30 years, what happened? Let's read the heart out of this country. Let's be frank and honest. Well, modern day life. Let's start with the main street. Fast food has taken over the whole country. We know that. The big brands are some of the most important powerful powers in this country. Sign. Supermarket as well. Big companies. 30 years ago, most of the food was largely local and largely fresh. Now it's largely processed and full of all sorts of additives, extra ingredients, and you know the rest of the story. Portion size is obviously a messy problem. Labeling is a messy problem. The labeling in this country is a disgrace. The industry wants to self-police themselves, but in this kind of the climate, they don't deserve it. How can you say something is low fat when it's full of so much sugar? Home. The biggest problem with the home is that it used to be the heart of passing on food culture, what made our society. That is not happening anymore, and you know, as we go to work and a slide changes, and a slide always evolves, we kind of have to look at it holistically. Step back for a moment. and readjust the balance. It hasn't happened for 30 years, okay? I want to show you a situation that is very normal right now. The Edward family. Video. Jamie Oliver. Let's have a talk. This talk goes to you and your family's body every week. And I need you to know that this is going to kill your children early. How are you feeling? Stacy. Just feeling really sad and depressed right now. But you know, I want my kid to succeed in life, and this isn't going to get them there, but I'm killing them. Yes, you are. But we can start at normal. Let's get on school, something that I'm feeling much a specialist in. Okay, school. What is school? Who invented it? What's the purpose of school? School was always invented to arm us with the tool to make us creative, do wonderful things, make us earn a living, etc., etc. You know, it's been kind of in this sort of Thai box for a long time, okay? But we haven't really evolved it to deal with the health catastrophe of America, okay? School food is something that most kids, 31 million a day, actually, and twice a day, more than often, breakfast and lunch. 180 days of the year. So you could say that school food is quite important, really, judging the circumstance. Laughter. Before I crack into my rant, which I'm sure you are waiting for. Laughter. I need to say one thing, and it's so important in, hopefully, the measure that happens and unfolds in the next 3 months. The lunch ladies, the lunch cooks of America, I offer myself as their ambassador. I'm not slagging them off. They are doing the best they can do. They are doing their best. But they are doing what they are told, and what they are being told to do is wrong. The system is highly run by accountants. There's not enough, or any, food knowledgeable people in the business. There's a problem. If you are not a food expert, and you got tight budget and it's getting tighter, then you can't be creative. You can't duck and dive and write different things around things. If you are an accountant and a box sticker, the only thing you can do in these circumstances is buy cheaper shit. Now, the reality is, the food that your kids get every day is fast food. It's highly processed. There's not enough fresh food in there at all. You know the amount of additive, its number, ingredient. You wouldn't believe. There's not enough veggie at all. French fries are considered a vegetable. Pizza for breakfast. They don't even get crockery, knife and forks. No, they are too dangerous. They have scissors in the classroom, but knives and forks. No? And the way I look at it is, if you don't have a knife and fork in your school, you are purely endorsing, from a state level, fast food because it's handled. And yes, by the way, it is fast food. It's sloppy joes. It's burgers. It's wieners. It's pizzas. It's all of that stuff. Sorry. 10% of what we spend on health care, as I said earlier, is on obesity, and it's going to double. We are not teaching our kids. There is no statutory right to teach kids about food, elementary or secondary school, okay? We don't teach kids about food, right? And this is a little clip from an elementary school, which is very common in England. Who knows what is this? Potatoes. Jamie Oliver. Potato. So you think these are potatoes? Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? Broccoli. What about this? Our good old friend. Celery. No. What do you think this is? Onion. Onion? No. Immediately, you get a really clear sense of, do the kids know anything about where food comes from? Who knows what that is? Child. Pear. What do you think this is? I don't know. If the kids don't know what star is, then they will never eat it. Laughter. Normal. England and America. England and America. Guess what fits that? 2 1-hour session. When gotta start teaching our kids about food in schools. Period. Applause. I want to tell you about something that kind of epitomizes the trouble that we are in, guys, okay? I want to talk about something so basic as milk. Every kid has the right to milk in school. Your kids will be having milk in school, breakfast and lunch, right? They will be having 2 bottles, okay? And most kids do. But milk ain't good enough anymore. Don't get me wrong, I support milk. But someone in the milk board probably paid a lot of money for some geezer to work out that if you put those of flavoring, coloring, and sugar in milk, more kids will drink it, yeah. Obviously no. That's going to catch on that people, bro. It's going to work out that if they make toffee apple, then they will eat more as well. Do you know what I mean? For me, there's isn't any need to flavor the milk. Okay, there's sugar in everything. I know the ins and outs of the lost ingredient. It's in everything. Even the milk hasn't escaped the kind of modern day problems. There's our milks, there's our cotton, and that is nearly as much sugar as one of your favorite cans of fizzing pop, and they are having 2 a day. So let me just show you. We got one kid here having, a tablespoon of sugar a day, that's your week, that's your mouth. And I taken the liberty of putting in just the 5 years of elementary school sugar just from milk. Now, I don't know about you guys, but judging the circumstances, right? Any judge in the whole world will look at the statistics and the evidence, and they will find any government of all guilty and child abuse. That's my belief. Applause, applause, and now, if I can't hear you, and I wish I could come here today and had a cure for AIDS or cancer, you've been fighting and scrambling to get to me. All this bad news is preventable. That's the good news. It's very, very preventable. So let's just think about, we got a problem here. We need to reboot. Okay, so in my rule, what do we need to do? Here is the thing, right? It cannot just come from one source. To reboot and make real tangible change, so that I could do you in the white of the eyes and say, in 10 years' time, the history of your children's life, happiness, as let's not forget, you are clever if you eat well. You know you are going to live longer. All of that stuff. It will look different, okay? So, supermarkets. Where else do we shop so religiously? Week in, week out. How much money do you spend in your life in a supermarket? Love them. They just sell us what we want, alright? They owe us to put a food basket in every major supermarket. They need to help us shop. They need to show us how to cook quick, tasty, seasonal meals for people that are busy. This is not expensive. It is done in some and it needs to be done across the board in America soon and quick. The big brands, you know, the food brand, need to put free education at the heart of their business. I know, easier said than done. It's the future. It's the only way. Fast food. With the fast food industry, you know, it's a very competitive. I had lots of secret paper and dealing with fast food restaurants. I know how they do it. I mean, basically, they win us onto this heat of sugar, salt, and fat, and X, Y, and Z, and everyone loves that, right? So these guys are going to be part of this solution, but we need to get the government to work with all of the fast food purveyors and the restaurant industry, and over a 5, 6, 7-year period, win of the extreme amounts of fat, sugar, and all the other non-food ingredients. Now, also, back to the sort of big brands labeling I said earlier. It's an absolute farce and has to be sorted. Okay, school. Obviously, in school, we owe to them and measure those 180 days of the years, from the little precious age of 4 until 18, 20, 24, whatever. They need to be cooked proper, fresh food from local grower outside, okay? There needs to be a new standard of fresh, proper food for your children, yeah. Applause. Under the circumstances, it's profoundly important that every single American child leaves school knowing how to cook 10 recipes that will save their life skills. Applause. The mean that they can be students, young parents, and be able to sort of duck and dive around the basics of cooking, no matter what recession hits them next time. If you can cook, recession money doesn't matter. If you can cook, time doesn't matter. The workplace, we haven't really talked about it, you know. It's now time for corporate responsibility to really look at what they feed and make available to their staff. The star of the month and day of American children, Marissa, her father dead in her head. I think she'd be quite happy if corporate America could start feeding their staff properly. Definitely, they shouldn't be left out. Let's go back to the home. Now, look, if we do all this stuff, and we can, it's so achievable. You can care to be commercial, absolutely. But the home needs to start passing on cooking again, for sure. Passing on it as a philosophy, and for me, it's quite romantic, but it's about if one person teaches 3 people how to cook something, and they teach 3 of their math. They only has to repeat itself 25 times, and that's the whole population of America. romantic, yes, but most importantly, it's about trying to get people to realize that every one of your individual efforts made a difference. We got to put back what's been lost. Huntington's Kitchen, Huntington, where I made this program. We got this prime-time program that hopefully will inspire people to really get on this change. I truly believe that change will happen. Huntington's Kitchen, I work with a community. I work in the school. I found local sustainable funding to get every single school in the area from the junk and to the fresh food. 6.5 grand per school. Applause. That's all it takes. 6.5 grand per school. The kitchen is 25 grand a month, okay? This can do 5,000 people a year, which is 10% of their population. And it's people on people, you know. It's local cooks teaching local people. It's a free cooking lesson, guys, in the main street. There is real, tangible change around America. If we just look back now, there is a plenty of wonderful things going on. There is a plenty of beautiful things going on. There are angels around America doing great things in school. Farm to school setup, garden setup, education. There are amazing people doing this already. The problem is that I want to roll out what they are doing to the next school, but there's no cash. We need to recognize the expert and the angel quickly, identify them, and allow them to easily find the resource to keep rolling out what they are already doing, and doing well. Business of America need to support Mr. Obama to do the thing that she wants to do. And look, I know it's weird having an English person standing here before you talking about all this. All I can say is, I care, I'm father, and I love this country, and I believe truly, actually, that if change can be made in this country, beautiful things will happen around the world. If America does it, other people will follow. It's incredibly important. Yeah, applause. When I was in Huntington, trying to get a few things to work when they won't, I thought if I had a magic wand, what would I do? And I thought, you know what? I just love to be put in front of some of the most amazing movers and shakers in America. And a month later, they phoned me up and gave me this award. I'm here. So my wish. This the sick. So I am be slow. My wish is for you to have a strong, sustainable movement to educate every child about food, to inspire families to cook again, and to empower people everywhere to fight obesity. Applause. Thank you. Applause continues.